Hi fellas, so today I'm going to be unboxing a new wireless earbud from Lenovo. It's called the Thinkplus, this one, I have it here. It's called the Thinkplus LivePod XT98, and as far as I know it also comes with ANC feature. For those of you who have been following my channel for quite a while, you might come across this one. Alright, this is actually also from Lenovo. This is actually the Lenovo Thinkplus LivePod LP5, and in my option it's actually amazingly good. Alright, I mean the sound, the microphone, etc. It's really something, at such a low price point. Alright, so this is something which I actually got it directly from Lenovo. So this video is actually sponsored by Lenovo, but the most important thing is that this is actually the very first time I actually come across this product. So let's head over to the website and let's look at some additional information about this XT98. Alright, so we are here actually at the Shopee Singapore website. Alright, so we see here is actually this is a pretty new wireless earbud from Lenovo. Alright, as you can see from the text, it has active noise cancellation with IPX6, waterproof. So you can see from the first photo here, it's able to reduce noise up to 40 decibel on a single charge, 6 hours. It has bass boost, means it has extra bass, and it has also low latency of down to about 65 milliseconds. Let's look at the second photo. Two colors, white with like gold trimming and then black with like silver trimming. I think mine is the white with gold trimming here. Alright, then let's look at the next one. It's talking about the noise cancellation, whereby it says that it uses high precision dual silicon microphones to obtain external noise of different frequencies and generate an anti-noise to balance. Basically, that is what ANC is all about. It's about cancelling the external noise, alright, by producing an equal anti-noise, alright, to cancel it out. Okay. Right, so it also has transparency mode, which allows external noise to actually come in. Next one is you can switch the 3 modes freely by double tap. Next one is again about the active noise cancellation, but this one is actually more on the call. Alright, so it has environment noise cancellation to improve calls, whereby it can actually suppress up to 90% of the environment noise. And to achieve higher call quality, right? I mean, this is something we'll need to test out. Next is more information, alright, on the battery life. So over here is very clear. On non-ANC, without ANC, it's about 6 hours. With ANC, it's about 4 hours. And with the battery case, you can get up to about 24 hours. So this means the battery case can provide up to an additional 18 hours of battery life, right? So again, it's about battery. This one is about the low latency mode, right? But before we do that, let's look at the price. The original price is 69 Singapore dollars, but there's actually an offer going on. It's going for 34.50 Singapore dollars. And this one is actually free shipping from China. Alright, so additional information. Over here it says it uses Bluetooth 5.2, earphone battery capacity is 40 milliamp, the charging case is 320 milliamp, and the things you get in the case is the left and right earbud, charging case, the charging cable, some instructions, and 6 sets of silicone seals. Probably would be different sizings like small, medium, large. I mean, later on when we're doing the unboxing, we'll take a closer look. So that's the take on the website. And what we'll do now is actually let's get into this item. And you'll be immediately look at this. This is actually the charging cable, as you can see from this almost transparent plastic wrapping that is actually USB-A to USB-C. This is additional ear tip, and instead of 6, I see 4 here. I think these are small and large size, and the earbuds are here. see what else. Let's remove this plastic. You will see this is actually the user manual. Right, it's dual language. On one end is actually English, on the other end is actually Chinese. This is actually the qualified certificate, the QC pass. Remove the plastic, and you see the product itself. Right, my first impression of the casing is that it's a very shiny, very glossy. Right, so I have with me here, this is the Apple AirPods 3rd generation. So when I put it side by side here, you can see that it's equally glossy, equally shiny. The back. So some things to see, as I said, this is like a champagne gold. Middle lining here that goes around, right? And then on the front you see 4 dots here. I think in the picture this should be the LED light, and then the Thinkplus, which is the product series. Back, Lenovo, and then this is probably the lid hinge. Bottom, you see additional information. The model number XT98. Battery capacity of case 320 mAh, mentioned earlier, made in China by Lenovo Beijing Co Limited. A USB-C charging port. Right, let's open up. Okay, once you open up, you will see the earbuds. The ear tips are all facing outwards. The stem is actually in the middle. Right, so you see the LED light coming up. So here we take a look at the earbuds. Alright, they look very similar to the AirPods Pro, just that they have a longer stem. You can take a look on the inside. See, you put one down, and just hold it here. You see, looks identical, right? Looks very similar, right? It's just that the groove here is very small, while the hole here is very big. I think the stem is longer compared to the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. So back here, the entire earbud is very glossy, just like the case, very shiny. Here, these are probably the microphone for phone calls, and then this one is actually the the microphone for the active noise cancellation. This one is actually an air vent, probably also for the noise cancellation. And then this one is actually the inner ear mic for noise cancellation, alright, to do anti-noise. And then this is where the driver, where the music comes out from. Long stem. I guess this entire thing is the touch control. Uses 2 pogo pin at the bottom. Let's remove the silicone seal and we look at the ear tip. The ear tip is oval in shape. I think this is a wire mesh covering it. And then it's a pretty deep groove. So the groove, pretty nice, actually helps to hold on to the silicone seal better, which is very important. Let's put it back. Very easy to put it back. The silicone seal is also pretty thick as well. Soft and thick, which is nice. Okay. So let's put them back. And the next thing we do, what I do with all earbuds, is that I'm going to charge it up and see what happens when I plug in the USB-C cable. Right, so I have with me here is actually a USB-C cable. Let's plug in and see what happens. So immediately, let me do it again. When you plug in the USB-C cable, the 4 running lights, it will actually start running first, light up individually one by one. Alright. Yeah, you start running from left to right, and then after that it will show how much capacity is left in the case and how much more needs to be charged. So over here you can see that 3 lights are actually blinking, which means that the amount of battery in the case is should be more than 75%. So the 4th one is represent the last quarter, right? The last 25% of the case, which needs to be charged up. Let's open up the case and see what happens to the earbud. Any LED light, so there's no LED light indication, so there's no way to know if the earbuds are actually charging. Nope, nothing. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to leave the earbuds to charge, and then we'll come back a bit later to see what happens. Alright guys, so the Thinkplus XT98 is fully charged, and I have with me here is actually my Oppo Reno Android phone. So what we're going to be doing now is actually going to be trying to pair the earbud with an Android phone. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the lid and see if it has actually quick pairing. Open up again. And then we click on refresh. Alright, so you see here, XT98, tap on that, pair, and it's paired. Alright, so once it's paired, we can take out the earbuds, the left and right, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tap on the I menu here, and we're going to go into the additional menu and see what else it has. So here you can see actually the device name, which you can actually rename if you want to. I'm just going to leave it as XT98. And here you can see a couple of additional options here. You can also use it for contact sharing. And in terms of high quality codec, it's currently at SBC. So when you activate it, it's on AAC. When you off it, SBC. When you on it, AAC. Alright, so that's about it. This segment shows that the XT98 from Lenovo has quick pairing the moment you open up the lid. So in the next segment, we're going to show the pairing with an Apple device. Alright everyone, so in this segment, I'm actually going to be testing the Bluetooth pairing of the Thinkplus XT98 with an Apple device. Over here, I have with me is my trusty iPhone 12 mini. So it currently has its Bluetooth on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually open up the lid and to see if the quick pairing is going to be picked up by the Apple iPhone 12 mini. Alright. Over here it's refreshing. Yeah, you see? Popped up. XT98. Tap on that. And it's paired, as you can see here. Right, it's connected successfully, so we can take out the earbuds from the case, close the lid, and let's go into the eye to see what are the additional options within the earbuds. Okay, so here you can see the name, which you can rename it if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it. Device type, you can choose which one you want. I'm just going to stick with headphone. Back, and then there's disconnect and forget this device. Okay, so there's no extra additional menu like what we saw with an Android phone. So this is what you get with the XT98 after you have paired with an Apple device. So next, I'm going to be doing a first impression of the XT98 wireless earbud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the lid and you're going to see how they reconnect. So you can see here it's reconnected. I'm going to take out the earbuds. Put them on. Right, I'm actually wearing them right now. Okay, they're quite sealed tight inside my ears. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to a couple of my favorite tracks just to see what they are. So the first one I have is actually from this group called FIR. The song is called Lydia. Right, gonna play the music. Okay, there's some bass. Right, I'm gonna try another track from the same group. It's this one. The bass is a little bit strong here. Let's try another track. Right, let's try Skater Boy. When it's a full rock song, I can get a feel of the bass. It's nice. Right. This is actually at 50%. Just up it a bit more, just feel if the details will be coming through. Yeah, when you up it to like 60 or 70%, the sub bass starts to come out a bit more, which wasn't really very prominent in the lower levels. Okay. Alright, let's move on to another one, which I also always like to use it to test, which is from Timberland, The Way I Are. The details in the first couple of seconds is not really there. Let me up it to like 70% and then redo the track again. You have to up it to like 60 or 70%. Currently it's actually at 70%, and then I can actually feel a lot of the details in the song. Yeah. So far I feel that the audio output is not very loud. You know, even at this current level, I can still hear myself talk pretty well. Okay. Let's try another track, which I always like to use. Where is it? Songs to test earpiece. Titanium. It's more of the vocals. I please feel that this is one of the songs which focuses a lot of vocals, especially female voice. Vocals in this song really shines. Next will be 1,000 Years. So sometimes I like to use this song is because it's more of a test between like instruments, because it's like just piano. Yeah, right in the beginning. Alright, let me go. Yeah. Right, let's try another one. Just Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Right, male voice, very similar to the female voice earlier on in Titanium. It's very clean, very clear, very bright. Now I'm going to test another one. Alright, this is more on songs to test. Right, not this one, it's this one. There's this bouncing ball walking in circles. This is more to test the sound stage. Now I can hear the saxophone on my right side going. Now it's going slightly behind me. Now it's coming up my left. Let's go into my right again. Okay. Another one is drum and bell. So this is the same thing. but it goes in the opposite direction. It goes from my left and behind me and then to my right and then back to the front again. Okay, so it's currently on my left and it's moving again to be behind me. So it's saying that it's currently directly behind the microphone. But it doesn't really sound like the person was actually talking behind me. Yeah, so this soundtrack shows some limitation in terms of the soundstage of the XT98. Alright, so it's now coming back to the front. Alright. Okay, cool. So this has actually been my first impression on, let me just take out the earbuds first. The songs that I tested just now, they're good and bad. My first impression of the Thinkplus XT98, right? Music-wise, I think audio output, I mentioned earlier, isn't really very loud because I have to go up to very high levels, like 60%, 70% before the details of the songs which I usually listen to would really come out and shine. Alright. Vocals are really nice. Earlier on, I think I tested like Titanium, I tested like, songs from Queen. It's very bright, very clean, very clear, very crystal clear. Instruments, I tested another song, right, by 1000 Years. It's purely piano, it's really nice. And then lastly, I did these two songs here, right, to actually test kind of like a soundstage and this kind of stuff, right? So I could tell immediately there's some limitations to the soundstage, especially when the person for the first song here, right, the person was standing right behind me. Can't really tell that the person was actually standing right behind me, like talking, right? If the person was talking, it feels like it was somewhere like on the back of my ear, but it's slightly more to the left or more to the right. It's not really directly behind me, so it felt this way, right? But still, there is still some soundstage to this earbud, but I think I'll need to test them more in a couple of weeks and days in order to do a full review. So yeah. So there you go, guys. This has actually been my unboxing and my first impression of the Lenovo Thinkplus XT98 wireless earbuds. So if you wish to see the full review, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, activate the bell so that you'll be notified. That's all the time we have. My name is Johnny. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.